viewers, this is coordinate geometry for mathematics IGCSE O Level and American system for level 9 and 10. When we say coordinate geometry, so that means that something on these coordinate planes, which is here it is x-axis and this is y-axis, and some point on this line or some curve on this graph and its algebraic equation or expression, then it is called coordinate geometry. So a link between geometry and algebra is coordinate geometry. So let's start with the basic idea that we have a point here. So let's say that the point is here. So this point has the coordinates. Coordinate means that what is its x value and what is its y value. So this point A has the coordinates. So first we'll write the value of x and then we'll write the value of y and then we close this bracket. So the value of x here is this one, which is 4. So that means that this point A is having the x coordinate 4 and its y coordinate is this, which is 2. So we write here 2. Similarly, let's say there is some other point which is B. So let's say B is here. So its coordinates are x coordinate is this, which is 2, and the y coordinate is this, which is in between 4 and 6, so which means it is 5. So this is 5. If we join these 2 points, so we join the point A with point B, so this is the line segment. So line segment means the piece of a line. Line segment. We want to see that this line segment is how much steeper. So we know that it is actually going down from left to right. If we see it is going down, so that steepness we can tell in terms of its slope or its gradient. So the word slope, or we can call it gradient. So remember, slope is an American word and gradient is a British word. So this is always equal to rise over run, that how much the line is rising and how much the line has a run. Like how much is this rise and how much is this run. So here in the diagram, if we see, this is the rise and this is the run. So rise is from 5 to 2 if we count, so it is 1, 2 and 3. So 3, and if we count the run, it is 1 and 2. So 3 over 2. And if the line is going downwards, so then the slope will be negative. So here we put a negative sign. Therefore we can say that any line which is in this way will have a negative sign, and any line which is in this way will have a positive sign with its slope or gradient. So that means if we are using this method that the slope is equal to rise over run, so then we have to put this sign negative or positive by ourselves. Like if it is in this way it is negative, and if it is this way it is positive. And then upper part is the rise, that how much vertically count the blocks and horizontally count the blocks that will be run. We have another way to do this one, and that is another formula. So now I will explain that. So same points A and B having the coordinates 4 and 2 and 2 and 5. So the slope or gradient that is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So when you are writing y2 and y1, so 2 and 1 should be written at the bottom. Here x2 and x1, 2 and 1 should be written at the bottom. So we will not write it like y2 here and 1 here. That will be wrong. So what is y1, y2, x1 and x2? That I will tell you that here any point you can mark as 1, 1 and the other one as 2, 2. So this means that this 4 is x1 and this 2 is y1. Similarly for the second point we mark with 2. So this will be x2 and this will be y2. So now just substituting these values in this formula. So this slope or the gradient will be equal to y2. So y2 is 5 minus y1 and y1 is 2 divided by x2 is 2 minus x1 is 4. And then we can use the calculator, or directly we can write 5 minus 2 is 3 over 2 minus 4 will be minus 2. So either you write negative sign here, or finally you can write it as negative 3 over 2. So see that we got the same result which we got in our previous method. If you look at that, here we also got that the rise over run slope is negative 3 over 2, and in this case we also got that the slope or the gradient is negative 3 over 2. So we can denote the slope or the gradient with the symbol m. So here we can write that m is equal to 3 over negative 2 or negative 3 over 2. Let's take another example. If we have a line like here, let's say this is a line which is PQ. So P has the coordinates. If we see what is the x coordinate, this is the x coordinate, it is 1, and comma, this point has the y coordinate here which is negative 1. It's not written here negative 1, so it is between minus 2 and 0. So in middle between 0 and minus 2 will be minus 1. That's why it is 1 and negative 1. Similarly, Q has the x coordinate. This is the x coordinate. So it is negative 6. So we can write in bracket negative 6. And its y coordinate here is negative 4. So we write here negative 4. So these are the coordinates of P and Q. And we want to find its slope, the gradient. So look here, we can write here that the point P has the coordinates 1, negative 1, and points Q has the coordinates negative 6 and negative 4. So then we can mark them as x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. It's always good if we mark like this, then there are less chances of mistake. So the slope or the gradient is m, which is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So then this will be equal to y2, which is -4, minus, then y1 is -1. So you can write it like this, or directly you can write negative is plus. Both are correct. So then over x2 is -6 and minus x1 is 1. Okay, now you can use here directly the calculator, or you can simplify by yourself using mental math. So -4, negative will become plus. So it is -4 plus 1 over -6, and -1 will become -7. And then this is -4 plus 1 is -3 over -7. And then it's negative cancel, so the exact answer is 3/7. You can also use the calculator to write the answer in decimals, which will be 0 point something. Now if we want to find the slope or the gradient by using the other method, which is rise over run, so see that same we will do with the other way. So the slope m, now I will use some other color for the second method. So let's say m, the slope or the gradient, that is equal to rise over run. In this case we know that we have to put the symbol positive or negative by seeing the shape of the line. As I explained before, that if the line is in this direction, so it is negative, and if the line is in this direction, then the slope will be positive. So this is, we have this direction for PQ, so like it is a rising line going from bottom to top, so that's why it is positive. So this is positive, and then we'll see what is the rise and what is the run. So rise is from here to here, so here this is the rise till here, this point is still here. So see, this is 1 block, 2 and 3, so 3 units. So rise is 3, and then if we see the run, so run from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 blocks. This is 7. This is 7. So see that we got the same answer, 3/7 positive. Or you can now remove the positive sign. So because positive, we don't need to write positive, but if it is negative, we have to write negative. So this answer and this answer is same. So this is about the slope or the gradient of the line. Even if the diagram is not given, the graph is not given, so we can easily find. So now I will give you an example where it is done without the graph. So see this example. So the example is that find the slope or the gradient of some point xy, some line segment xy, where x is 1, 5 and y is -2, 0. So we have to mark that first one is x1, y1, and the second one is x2, y2. So then we will write that the slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Remember, here we cannot use rise over run because we don't know what is the rise, what is the run. So only by this formula we can do it. So now just substitute the values. Y2 is 0, y1 is 5, then x2 is -2, and then x1 is -1. 1 is there, and then we just simplify this. So 0 minus 5 is -5, and -2 minus 1 will become -3. Negative sign cancel, so the answer is 5/3. So this is the slope or the gradient of this line segment xy. In our next video we will see what is the equation of a line. Kindly subscribe this channel if you have not subscribed it yet. Thank you.